Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Karma on Deck. This is your Scorpio weekly reading for January 22nd. I keep pushing us toward February. Can we even get through the first of the year? All right, so here we go, Scorpio. Just riding into Mercury retrograde this next little bit. So let us see what comes up. I feel like I'm short here. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio and what your energy is like. Let me shuffle off of the Libra reading. All right, here we go, Scorpio. For those of you on my other social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook, please join me on my YouTube, Karma on Deck. I would love your support over there. I also have a little giveaway for like, share, and subscribe. That's on my page. This came from Dixie Rock as our gift to you for supporting us. If you would like and share the YouTube and our pages and support, we would love your presence over there. So this will be a giveaway. There's little details on my page. So let's take a look and see. So we have the Lovers card for you too. That was what was coming up for Libra as well. And that is intensity, like very much polarity going back and forth and having like a little bit of, not exactly struggle, but this is like trying to find balance. I see the Death card, and the Death card talks about change as well, okay? Like swift change. And change isn't always bad, okay? We are always resistant to that. However, we have the Five of Swords, and it tells me that you're resistant to change. And you also have cards regarding balance. I love how I do readings back to back, and different kinds of energy comes up with, you know, similar energy in a different way, right? We have the Temperance card, which is balance, and the Queen of Wands, which is exercising your ability to be you know, in leadership. I have the Ace of Wands, which is new beginnings. And then I'm seeing the Six of Cups, which is celebration, the Queen of Swords, walking away from something that isn't serving you, and the Empress. So the Empress is about protection. So I see you protecting your energy and, you know, being able to nurture. So if you look at this, she has the card that, you know, an egg or a child or a baby, and the Empress is often pregnant. So pregnancy is often also, you know, about having ideas or being able to launch something new. So if you have some changes that are going on, this is an idea that you're birthing. We have the Ace of Wands, which says you have all the skill set that's necessary, and you have this laboratory where you have all of the items that are necessary for you to get things done. It's like having a full toolbox or a truck with everything that you need in it, or, you know, equipment or wisdom, necessary skill sets. So the skill sets there, you just have to begin, and it's going to take from you letting go of some things that aren't serving you. If you look here with the Queen of Swords, this is walking away from something that isn't serving you. And if you look at this, there is literally a dead tree in the background, and the dead tree is like, you don't water it, there's nothing to be done for it. And this is all going to boil down to, you have the Ace of Swords, decision making. It's all going to boil down to like pivot, right? So Holly, one of my buddies, was posting yesterday where she's talking about, you know, when you're moving forward, sometimes you have to pivot and go a different direction, and it's just staying in fluid motion. I do see the World card for you, the Queen of Cups, which is emotions. Look at this, internal balance, as above, so below, and as within, so without. So this card is internal balance. So all of these things that, even though you may feel a little overwhelmed mentally, ultimately these things aren't overwhelming, and they're going to play out beautifully, okay? So this is like balance. This is inner peace and balance. We also see the Queen of Cups, and that's our card for emotions. So you might be feeling this like abundance of emotions. However, they're in a very balanced flow for you, indicated by the Temperance card. Look at that. That's balance. So the Temperance card, as I was talking to Libra, the balance, you know, temperance is all about having two cups and sitting in a river of abundance. You can only take so much with you, right? And it's that finding that balance and being able to empty from one cup and pour into another, and finding that balance of give and take, right? So ultimately, I can tell you the Six of Coins means that you have all these ideas that are coming up for you, and these ideas are like, how am I going to put them in play, right? So these ideas are starting to grow, and you're not quite sure how you want to implement them, but you do have the skill set, and it just takes a little trust, right? Just a little trust. Let me see here, where am I at? How much time we got going on? All right, I am moving kind of fast. I got somebody waiting for me. But again, you guys have the same card that Libra did, which is the Eight of Cups. And so cool thing about your reading is there is a lot of joy to be had and a lot of fun. I do see that you have this mental acuity where you're setting your boundaries very well. And if you look here, like I say, celebration right here is the Six of Cups. And that's like enjoying yourself. We have a weekend coming up. Please enjoy your weekend. I do see this measure with you, the Queen of Wands, which is you being aware of how it is you want to nurture your environment. So, if you're at work, there's a very different presence between nurturing your environment and bossing people around. And so for you, I feel like you really care about the individuals you surround yourself with, and you're in its nurturing outward focus phase. I have to tell you, this, Mercury in Aquarius really is about teamwork, working with others, and about more an expansive view. So you might be a little outward focused with that energy as well. Let's pull some cards for you from Mystic Dreamer, and we will do your moon reading for those of you that are Scorpio moon. Book your one-on-one, karmaondeck.com, and the Tarot 101 class begins on Sunday at noon. It got postponed a week for those of you who have missed the sign up. It's there and we're ready to go. I had a few questions about whether or not, what if I missed a class, or, what the scheduling was like. There are going to be more classes moving forward. There's even a local one coming up I'm working on. And if you miss a class, I'm going to be recording them for you so you can study alone. But I promise you, don't be intimidated. It's going to be a blast and you're going to enjoy yourself. Here we go. Scorpio. Yeah, and join me on my YouTube, guys. The other one's on my social media. So here we go, Scorpio moon. So here's the thing. We have the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is the card that is, usually it references taking something that doesn't belong to you. And when we play with this card, it often comes up when someone's cheating. It often comes up when we feel betrayed, or if someone has taken more liberties with us than, we allow or that we want them to. I see the Four of Wands, which is commitment, Ace of Cups, which is an abundance of love. Ace of Cups is also our card for the new beginnings in love. I can tell you that the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Wands is indecision just a little bit. I think you're juggling a little too much. And there's this, burden that you're carrying, and you feel it's like duty bound to get things done and duty bound to accommodate others. Now, here's the thing. If you feel as if you're doing too much, are you asking for what you need? If you look here, we do have the Lover's card, and we have the Devil, we have the 2 of Cups, and we have the 6 of Swords. So here's the thing. I do feel as if you haven't been speaking to what it is you want, and I do feel that there's a little bit of intensity and struggle and decision making that's going on. Hold on. Go around back. Woohoo! All right, so what this means, my apologies for the interruption. We have someone knocking on my door. So I have the Lover's card. So when we have the Lover's card, this is our energy that has to do with, like I was talking about, balance. And there's this struggle. It can either be one way or the other. And look here, we have the 2 of Wands. And that's with you being two paths, right? Like not just like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It's like I can go left or right or forward or backward. And it doesn't feel like you have a choice between the two. It doesn't feel like the choice is easy, but that you have to decide. Okay. And that's causing this intensity. There's a lot of love, emotions, and, heartfelt energy that's going on with you, indicated here with this Chariot card as well, which is intensity again. So emotions are coming up that are like overly abundant. And with the Devil card in play, what that means is either bad habits, struggles, things that are holding us back, etc. But it's telling us that the things that were going on in your past were holding you back, and you're now at this crossroads and you're wanting more from your relationships. So you're wanting more from your experience, and you're tired of things being the way they used to be. So look, we have the Fool card, so things are intense. Intensity. We have the Fool card, which is crossroads and abundance. We have fatigue, okay? You're a little tired of things being the way that they are, okay? But moving forward, we have the Magician card and the Moon card. You're afraid, and I don't want to say self-sabotage because it's not exactly self-sabotage. What this is things are looking so good moving forward, or there's potential for them to look good, and therefore you're afraid to trust it. But I'm seeing the Magician, which is stepping out into your leadership and getting things done. And now the Magician is that Ace of Wands, but magnified. It's like go time, dress rehearsal is over. It's time to step into your abundance, because look, we have the 10 of Cups, and this is perfect fulfillment. This is the fantasy. This is having all things in alignment. Yet we have the Moon card, which is fear. Fear's a killer, guys. Like they market fear, right? Why do they market fear? Because it's effective, it imprints on our brain, it causes us to stick with it, and it triggers all our chemicals. And when our chemicals are triggered, it begins to flush our body with thought processes that are animalistic. And so when they take over, that's all we can think about, right? So fear is dangerous waters. Don't tread there long, right? So 10 of Cups is hope and 10 of Cups is fantasy, and it's beauty. There is some beauty coming your way. And I want you to look at this because you have crossroads. You have beauty, intensity in like 3 different ways. 1, 2, 3 different ways, intensity. And we have this fear. So you have a lot of major cards. So for Scorpio, it's, you're not quite sure if moving forward, things are going to be as good as you think they can be. And you're a little bit afraid to make some of these choices. Yet we are seeing the abundance. These are just your emotions that are flowing through you. Let's pull your card from Divination of the Ancients and see you better not leave. 1 minute. So let's pull your Divination of the Ancients and see what your card is for the week. Apologies for the interruptions. And here we go. Fire, spontaneity. So here's the thing to break things up for you. The spontaneity card is, and fire. When is the last time you did something just crazy, fun, silly? None of us, right? I know personally I'm very spontaneous because that's the spice of life. I like to dance. I like to wiggle. I like to go do things. I like to jump up and down. And this is your encouragement to take some spontaneity on. I'm not saying let's be risky with things, but I'm saying be a little spontaneous, spice things up a little bit, change your routine. One of the habits that I have is to never drive the same way home more than 2 nights in a row. So if I go somewhere, I use a different route because they say you get in a wreck within a mile from your home because we get too familiar, we don't pay attention, and we go kind of on autopilot. But I like to switch up my routines or move things around so my muscle memory, like, when you reach for your mouse, like I reach for my mouse at the end of the video and it's always there, and if I move it, I have to look. Well, if you change things around, it makes you hyper aware of your environment. So for me, spontaneity is the key. It's the physiology that keeps us lively. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Let me know how you feel your reading went. I will catch you on the flip side. Tomorrow or next time I do videos will be Sagittarius and Capricorn. Catch you guys on the flip